Super Dave here with another Super Dave review. This is a Super Dave special review. Super Dave here with another exciting action figure review. We've got two new ones in the house. First of all, we have our Axytoys. Axytoys, I believe is how it's said, and I don't know if you can see this little trick. There is the green dinosaur, and then there's the brown dinosaur. It has the little changing display on the front. Isn't that cool? You can get the green one or the brown one. I got the brown one. We're going to be taking a look at that, and it gives you a look at the ones in this wave. I'm only getting one of these just to check it out. And then here is a little breakdown of their worldview. You have the carnivores, the carnivorous, the herbivores, all that good stuff. You can check that out if you're interested in that. But we're going to break this guy open, not the green one, but the brown one over here in Subeternia. Still got it set up for where we did that awesome Scare Glow by Chronicles. But then here's another one I was excited about. You know, I loved Metytoyz and their turtles. Their turtles were officially licensed. The Nintendo Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, officially licensed. Well, I started looking into these Metytoyz. I even looked up a review on Anthony's Customs, love his channel, and I found that they have orcs. They have like these, I think it was a green orc and a brown orc, and then this is what they call the white orc. It had some blue trim. I just love the way he looks. Not much to this packaging other than it's saying Metytoyz. There's a big, some kind of QR code on the bottom. And that's about it. So it's like a bow and arrow there on the back. Has a little Metytoyz seals there on the edge of the packaging there. But yes, let's go ahead and take a look at this awesome orc over here in Subeternia. And here we are to take a look at our Metytoyz white orc, as well as Axytoys Dinosaur of the Battlefield. And both of these guys are looking intimidating and looking quite awesome, if I do say so. I mean, these are just amazing looking figures and very, very compatible with each other, I must say. I love them. And guess who is here recruiting? Yep, Battle Armor Skeletor, along with Evil Lyn and New Eternia Beastman are in the house to, of course, try to recruit some good evil villains that can help them in their pursuit to conquer Grayskull and defeat He-Man. Let's first look at their accessories. And first of all, our white orc comes with 8 sets of hands. He comes with this set of weapon holding hands. He also comes with a set of thumbs up hands and a set of teeny weeny hands, like he's saying, "Yours tiny man, I crush you." He also comes with a set of balled up fisted hands. He also comes with a set of grappling looking hands, as well as pointer finger hands, as well as like a, I don't know, kind of like a gesturing type hand, almost looks like sign language. Then another grappling looking type set of hands, but this time these are wide open and spread out more. And so yes, all 16 of these hands are cool. And he comes with 4 head sculpts. We've already seen this one over here. Those orange beady eyes and those detailed, very, very detailed teeth. Just take a look at that. And then he also comes with one that has a little bit more of a grimacing look. His mouth is kind of crooked and he's got kind of a snarl look going on. And then he's got one that has the tusks still intact with that same kind of facial expression, but this time we get the ability to tag on some hair. Let me bring that one on over in here for you to see, because what I want you to see about this hair is that it is removable. You can take that hair off, and then you can put on this like flat top looking hair, like so. Kind of like a flat top mohawk. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. And so again, you have this little set here. You can plug that one in there, and he's a punk rockin' orc. Very nice looking portraits. I mean, I'm just amazed. This is almost Hot Toys quality. Just the skin tone, the skin texturing, the detail, the teeth, the paint on these are magnificent. And then our fourth head sculpt. Yes, I've got a helmet on, but guess what? It is not just a helmeted head. This is kind of our orc beat up. He's got kind of a black eye. That black eye is closed. He's got kind of a sad face. Some of his tusks are broken off. Looks like there's even a little bit of swelling over here in his jaw. Yep, he's been beat up by He-Man. And he's not feeling so hot. So that is so cool. You can see that the ball heads are very smooth but still textured. Really nice detailed work. And of course, these helmets can pretty much go on any of the heads, because remember, you can even remove the hair. And you see part of the horn is broke off on this one. And that's not it. You have another, also has a horn broken off here, but it will fit in any of the heads. Because see, this is the one with the hair, and you just remove the hair and see the ears come out the side like so. You can line it up so that the eyes can be seen through the helmet there. It's hard to see them, but you can see that orange coming through, and of course the mouth. So that's cool. And you see that is the one that has the slit for the hair, but you can use that one. This one's pretty much like the one that he's wearing, except the one that he's got on out of the package that over there has the tusks broken off on one side, whereas this one has the tusk complete. So, you know, that's kind of a neat feature. So you can use this helmet on any of these that you want to. Even on this other one here, I'll show you that one also. This other face. And slide it on there and see, now he's got that looks really good. He's got that grimace. I'm gonna get you, He-Man. And of course, he can also wear the other helmet too. Doesn't cover as much of his face. I'm gonna get you, Conan. Yes, I am. I'm gonna get you, Who-Man. Whoever he's after. Looking cool. And this amazing orc not only comes with his amazing looking rusted, chiseled up, and really like beat up boots, he also has the ability to wear bare feet. So he comes with that also. Isn't that just awesome that they thought of all of that? And then he comes with this awesome looking shield that looks like real wood, with scars and scars on the metal and the rivets painted bronze. And it's got this cool wrap on the back with a part to pop on his forearms. And just take a look at these little things. They pop off. That's going to allow him to attach it to his back or to different places that we'll take a look at in just a moment. But these do pop off so that he can hold that. But when he's not holding it, it's designed where this can plug into his back, or this piece here can plug in a certain way wherever you want to be able to hold your shield. So that is really nice. And the wood grain even goes around to the back too. How neat is that? Very awesome. He also comes with this really cool spear staff thing which he can hold. That's looking incredible, with a lot of nice detail on that blade, as well as that wood handle with wrap. Goes down to like a metal little knob at the bottom. And then this is really cool. He comes with a bow and arrow, and the string was not attached. You have to feed that through the hole, tie it, and then I wrapped it. There's a lot of and I put some strong tension on that cord. It's a nice thick cloth cord, nylon cord, and I wrapped the remainder around that, put a little crazy glue there to attach it and keep it taut. That way if something was to happen, I could break it loose and have some more rope. But that is a really nice looking, even though it's like a resin plastic, it has the wrap and the wood look to it, as well as these really cool looking arrows, the metal looking arrowheads, the wooden looking base on both of them, and the little feathery looking places on the end. They're just really neat. So you get 2 of those. And then of course you get this little device again where you can plug it into his back and hold, I'm assuming, that staff. Looks like that's thick enough to hold the staff, I believe. We'll find out here in just a moment when we take a closer look. But now let's go head over to our dinosaur on the battlefield, our battlefield dinosaur. And he is looking cool. He doesn't have as many accessories per se. He comes equipped with 2 weapon holding hands, as you can see there. And then he also has 2 fairly cupped looking hands. They're not, they're not balled up fisted. They still look like they're designed to hold something, which I'm assuming it's designed to hold his dagger or various things. But yeah, these could kind of mimic balled up fisted hands a little bit in certain directions, but they're not tightly balled up. And then he comes with a whole bunch of these little tiny things. He's got literally a whole bunch of them. I've just stuck a few of them in here, and I'll show you what they're for. You see these little pieces that have a peg piece and like a bone through it. And then he's got a whole bunch of them that are just like claw pieces almost, and some real short ones like that. Another one like that with some like spikes on it. Another like bone, or maybe some tusk. Maybe he killed an orc and got the tusk, right? And then there's one like this. Also looks like some kind of horn piece. So there's just about 2 of each kind. Almost like a little arrowhead there. But let me show you what you do with those. I'm going to bring him on in here so you can see that there are little places all over this guy. See those holes? And they're all the way down his shin here, the same kind of holes. And these actually were empty, and I put, like, this is like a little bone hand piece that's attached to one of those things. I put that one in that hole, and then this one was a really long tusk horn piece dipped in a little metal on the end that was attached to a hook version of those little peg pieces with a metal little thing, and I plugged it there. And see, there's even some on the side here. So what you can do is you can, let me put these up here. Let me see. Plug that in right there. I can plug this one in right here. And you can design it however you want, which is pretty cool. Also came with this necklace with a nylon type stiff cord on the back, and he's got another little charm. Looks like some kind of, I don't know, small animal skull that is designed there. He also has these pauldrons, big pauldrons on his shoulders. All this stuff's removable, and you can see there's where it goes into the back. And there was another accessory, this little piece that looks like the skeleton of some kind of animal, and it was on a hook. As you can see here, see a little hook, and he has these little things on his back, but he also has them on his front here, right here. See right there? But I decided to hang this one on the back right there, and so then it hangs right there on his back. I didn't want it hanging on the front. He's got a cloth, loin cloth that goes around to the front. There's a belt, nice big belt buckle there. You can move this necklace kind of, you can either put it on top of the pauldron. I decided to put it under the pauldrons there because there's so much girth to it that I wanted it to kind of get out of the way. Then it makes it kind of look central to there. But yeah, just really cool details all over this dinosaur. So that's really neat. Oh, another accessory. He comes with a little holster for his dagger. And I'm assuming the dagger goes in there. I don't think it's big enough for this bone weapon with the spike. Look at that dinosaur looking head with the spike coming out. And this looks like bone here with wrap around it, because see, there's a bone coming out the bottom. That's really neat. I love the design. This is not really leather, but it's made to look kind of leather. And then there's that dagger. I think the hand is shaped to be able to kind of use that dagger, which kind of looks like the horn of an animal that's been turned into a dagger. So that's really smart. Just look at the details on the metal, on his shoulders, on his gauntlet. See, there's another place you could put those little spikes, and he came with a whole bunch of little ones. So you could plug every one of these holes with something if you wanted to, even these with the little spikes. I mean, it came with that many. There's a whole bunch of them. It's just amazing. It's pretty nifty. Neat idea. Different. Something different. Haven't seen before. So that's kind of cool. But like I said, you can put this. That's what I put it. That's where I put it. I just slid this little dagger in that. And that can, of course, go around his chest, around his waist, wherever we want to put it. That he's holding there. So just really cool. And since we took a close look at our dinosaur on the battlefield, let's take a closer look at this orc. Look at this pauldron. That is humongous. Isn't that amazing? Look at these spikes. I love the blue. I like the white, the brown, and the blue color scheme on this one. This is my favorite. I like this one better than the green one and any of the others that they have, because I just love the way this guy looks. He's so big. His scarring. I remember Anthony Customs did the green one, and he complained that the scars did not have any coloring, but see, the white one does. Where there's a scar, there's paint that they colored it. And the detail, just look at the leather, the rivets. I think Anthony's Custom gave this guy a 9.9. I'm giving both of these a 10 out of 10. That's right. I'm giving both of them a 10 out of 10. They just look that good. Yes, they do. And we've not even got to the articulation yet, but that is awesome, I'm sure. But we will look at that in a few minutes. But man, these guys are so neat all the way around. And they just look like they could team up and cause some havoc and be some really good evil guys against He-Man. That's what these are going to be bad guys. And I could have done maybe an episode of figures, playsets, and accessories that work with Masters of the Universe, but instead of doing that, I did a special review, just a Super Dave special, because these guys are special and they're just really cool and they're neat, and they can go with so much more than just Masters of the Universe. Because a lot of you guys out there, you may be into mostly the all of those barbarians, Spartans, Vikings, whatever, orcs. I mean, it all goes. So yeah, love his musculature, love these boots. Just take a look at the blue boots, the brown, the huge thickness here with the fur coming out the top. Just really amazing. All the scarring. Love this color scheme. This is just so creative. Really nice. Super, super. Look at the skull there on that gauntlet. Really neat. Just got a leather wrap over here on this side. Looks like, yeah, I think I remember Anthony Custom saying you can go look at him because he strips him down to bare nothing. You can remove all of this and make him a naked orc. You can. Even down to his feet and put his bare feet on. Which I'm not really that interested in doing that. But yeah, you can take these off and you can put the bare feet on it. And the bare feet even have, that's right, even has the toe hinge. So that's really cool. But if you want to check that out, go check out Anthony's Customs Metytoyz Orc review. And it's just like this one, except it's green. All right, now let's do these big guys and their articulation. All right, bringing our orc on in here to take a look at his articulation. First of all, his head is going to be able to look up all the way. Looking beautiful there. His head's going to look down pretty much all the way. And then I removed his mohawk. Let me put that back on. He's going to get excellent pivot. Get some good expressions. He's also going to be able to look side to side, of course. And then he's also going to be able to look any direction he wants to. So that's excellent. Really nice. Really nice. The arms will, of course, get 360. He's also got a little bit of a butterfly joint up in there. You can see it right up in there, and it'll go away when you pull it back. You can see it. It'll go away, and it also shifts up and down also, so that's nice. He also has a huge bicep that has bicep swivel. He has double jointed elbows, which get really good articulation, and of course ball hinge is going to allow him to go both horizontal, and over here I've got it vertical. You can go vertical or horizontal. And there's gauntlets, and these gauntlets shift, so you can cover up that big ball joint. Once you get it, you can move it back and get it in the position you want, and then you can shift the gauntlets to move out of the way. As far as this big pauldron, obviously this is going to hinder this arm some, but it will move out of the way. It bends, and it's also, you can see it up there, it's also on its own ball joint that is attached to his chest armor piece here, which all of this is really thick plastic. Real soft, thick plastic, which is bendable. Looks like metal rivets. A lot of detail all throughout. See, look, like rust, metal. These spikes are rusty. I love the blue, as I've said. Just all of that. And of course, he will be able to strike a T-pose, and maybe even a little better than a T-pose. As far as his diaphragm, he's going to be able to crunch forward that much, crunch back a really good amount. He really goes back. He also goes side to side and will rotate at the diaphragm. He also rotates at the waist, like so. And it's a ball joint, so once you add that, he can crunch all the way down, and when you add that, he's going to even be able to go back even further. So that is just amazing. So just check that out. that is unbelievably good. He's going to be able to get full splits. That loincloth piece is plastic and soft. It'll go up out of the way once you push like that. Don't have a drop down method, but you really don't need it. Look how good. I mean, for a guy this big, he can really kick up good. Doesn't go back much just because of the hardness of the plastic here. It doesn't want to go back as far. He does have thigh rotation built up inside. He also has double jointed knee joints double jointed knees, I should say. Now it does kind of, the girth of this hits, as well as the boot kind of hits the back of the thigh, so that's as far back as it's going to go. But that's really still really good. We don't really get boot cut, but you don't really need it, being you have that nice thigh cut. And then as far as his feet, they're going to go forward about that far. They're going to go up, of course, shift up until they hit all that plastic boot. And it even has a toe. That one's locked. Let's see if this one works. This one works. Even has a toe articulation. This one's locked up, but that may be a good thing. But yeah, we have toe articulation and a peg hole in the bottom, because yes, he does have slight rockers, as you can see, going back and forth there. It moves it into that scooped plastic underneath pretty well. So yeah, excellent articulation across the board for this guy. And those shoulders are riveted too, by the way, so you can feel the tightness going in there. But yeah, really nice joints in these articulations. Feels like a solid quality figure. Really nice build to this guy. Just incredible. Amazing build to this guy. Loving it. All right, now let's take a look at our dinosaur on the battlefield. All right, bringing our dinosaur from the battlefield on in here. He's looking epic. He's just got so many cool things. And see, I showed you earlier how these holes are empty over here, but I plugged in so like a hook here and a blade here. And then on this side, you can see these are empty, but on this side I put like a blade here, a point here, and a little bit of a hook there. And so, you know, you can, and I just left this side, put these side filled except for the flap over here, and then left all these empty just to show you. And there's plenty more. I mean there's tons of those little things, and they're different shapes and sizes. You can put them in to different places wherever you want to. So that's really cool. This thing rotates here, as you see. Looks metal. Everything just looks really good. All right, so his head, he's going to be able to look up all the way there. He's going to be able to look down. I'll right him out. I mean, it's not as much as I would like. Because where is his eyes at? Yeah. He's not really looking down much. He's going to be able to get some pivot. And look, kind of, you know, make some expressions. And then another thing that's cool about this dude is his mouth is articulated. Take a look at that. Just look at the detail there in that mouth. Isn't that awesome? Just look up in there. You can see the tongue, the teeth, stretches out there. Looks really impressive. Love that. So you can hold it open just a little bit more, or then full blown open there. So that's really cool. I love that. Really nice. See, I can put one of these bloody bones in there like this. Close it up. That's one of those bones that came with the it's Storm Collectibles. I'm trying to think, not Iceberg. What's his name? He came with all these body parts, and that's cool. That's part of what I've got over here, as well as the dungeon scene from Savage Crucible line. Alright, now these pauldrons are definitely going to get in the way some. Let's see if they'll get out of the way as we rotate it 360, and yes, it does. Something fell off though. Oh yeah, see how this one has a hole? These little things keep wanting to fall off. This is the right side, and it will plug right in, because what that does is it protects the fingers. It extends this down, but that'll pop out too. So that was already equipped, but they keep wanting to fall off. Just like with our Orc, you have ball joints, so you can do horizontal or vertical, and that's pretty good. His arms will get will strike a T-pose, as you can see there. He also has bicep swivel. He does have single jointed elbows, which do get fairly much 90 degrees. Let's see if I move that gauntlet out of the way. Yeah, 90 degrees. I'll also have a swivel at the elbow. And that's the same on both sides. And since that happened, see how this fell off? There is a hole right here, as you can tell. Taking a look at his diaphragm, he's going to be able to crunch forward about that much. He's going to be able to bend back about that much. And yes, he does have the ability to go side to side some. It's just that this big, bulky loincloth thing in the middle, belt thing, is definitely getting in the way. Now, when you start turning stuff just starts falling off this guy bad. See, now his belt just came apart when you start trying to shift stuff. That's the biggest problem I've had with this fella, is everything wants to start falling apart. Like this little thing just came off, but it feels like there is a ball joint, yeah, in the waist too. So you're going to be able to get more crunch, especially if you were to remove this belt piece. And I don't want to do that right now. But yeah, you get basically your full hula hoop going on there. And yes, you will be able to turn at the diaphragm and be able to turn at the waist also, as you can see there. All right, let's see about these legs. All right, this piece is going to get in the way a little bit. You don't want to go too far. You're going to pop them off those holes because everything's plugged into a hole. But that's still good. I mean, if you were to move this belt piece, he would go full splits, but that's far enough. And then he's going to be able to kick up a really good amount. He has single jointed knees. He does have the ability to swivel at the knee. Gets pretty good range too. I feel like it's almost 90 degrees. I was trying to see if it goes even further. But yeah, really good range there. And he also has thigh rotation up inside the hip joint. There's no drop down method and you don't need it. You're going to be able to go full tiptoes with those dinosaur toes. Just look at those toenails. Those look really cool. You're going to be able to go up all the way because that moves out of the way. So that's nice. And it is a ball joint, but you're still going to be able to get rockers. Some. They're a little stiff. You might have to do it via the ball peg instead. But it does feel like there's a forward facing pin. And look, even these are removable. The little spikes that go over the foot. So that's why they were shifting out of the way, because everything is plugged into a hole and is loose, as you've been able to see mostly with this guy. Let me sit him up a little bit more now. You can pull this loincloth kind of back down so that it's not seen. So you can bring his belt down some. But yeah, really nice. Oh, don't forget the tail. The tail only shifts up and down, but it is used. Let's see, I think it is. Yep, it is bendable. It's got a bendy wire in it, but it comes kind of bent down because it can be used as kind of like a stand to lean him to help him have stability. So that's actually good. But this guy, the texture, the articulation, even though everything kind of moves around, and these pieces are sharp too, they'll hurt your fingers. You can see kind of the indentation it's making in my thumb. And so just be careful, if you were to get one of these, but they're really nice, and it's just super, super done. The texture of the skin, the markings, the paint job. Now, some of you would like the green one. I just thought that the brown one looked more dinosaurish, in my opinion. I like the dinosaur look that's brown. more than green. And it's you know, it's a good green. It's not like a bright green, weird green, but it's just I decided on this one, and you saw how that cool packaging showed it. And just look at these feet again. These feet are just really neat. The toenails, and even though he don't have a peg hole, look at the texture on the bottom of those feet. We'll tell you, even though there's no peg hole, he does have a really good foundation. Plus, like I said, the tail helps to and it doesn't swivel because it's actually a square peg instead of a round peg, which is kind of weird, but I guess it holds it on better. You see, there's a place cut out in the belt just for the tail, which I guess you'd have to for if you were a dinosaur humanoid and had tails. But anyway, just so neat, the detail of his accessories and everything. I tell you, these third-party, you know, action figure makers are just really nice, really good at what they do. They go all out. Really nice. And now let's do some comparisons. And here is our Battlefield Dinosaur next to Beastman and Skeletor of New Eternia Masterverse. And then here's our Orc next to Skeletor and Evil Lyn. You can see that they fit in well because the Orc is just big enough, which he should be big, to be larger than these humans. Well, humanoids, other humanoids, whatever. But you know what I mean. The evil Lord of Destruction is just short enough that he could bark orders at this Orc, and he's tall enough and maybe dumb enough. You know, Orcs normally dumb to follow his orders, but they're looking great here. Looking good. And of course, Beastman could, with his mind control this dinosaur pretty easily. Not sure about Orcs, but definitely the dinosaur. And now let's take a look at some other big dudes. Here's our Metytoyz Orc next to a Mythic Legions one-eyed Orc. And his helmet also is removable. He's bald also. He's got those ears. He's definitely an Orc. He's got like cloth, loincloth with bones and different cool things hanging off of him also. But I have to say, I think this Metytoyz Orc beats out Mythic Legions hands down, both in aesthetic, articulation, accessories especially. But yeah, looking really cool. And then over here, we have our dinosaur from the battlefield alongside our Casus. Casus is a good guy in my Masterverse, in my universe, because he helps He-Man. He's an ally. And he's a huge, big old bison, I think, or, you know, bull. And he's definitely taller than these guys. He's just big. But yeah, we have a big old bull next to a dinosaur here. And that's kind of, maybe it's kind of unrealistic in some ways, but still cool. They look good together. And here is our Revolution He-Man that came with both the battle armor and the regular armor with a Hordak MX head sculpt, the Mundo head sculpt. And then here is our dinosaur from the battlefield next to him. And then here is our Frazetta Girls Conan next to our Orc, Metytoyz Orc. He is just so amazing looking. Both of these figures are amazing, and I think they fit in good together. You know, they could definitely be villains to each other. He-Man can fight both of these guys, and Conan can help him, along with Casus, and even the battlefield, so to speak. But yeah, they're looking awesome here. And looking at some more big guys, let's move to Marvel Legends. Here's my custom Scar next to our really cool Metytoyz Orc. He's looking cool next to him. Now, I do make this Scar a good guy, an ally of He-Man also, whereas I'm making this Orc here a bad guy to work with Skeletor. And then here is our dinosaur from the battlefield next to this other Mythic Legion dude with hooves. And I forget what his name is. I just liked him because he fits in good as part of my Masters of the Universe. He's big, he's tall, he's kind of a different creature. I think he fits in good with Eternia. I think I'm making him a good guy though. Possibly. Yeah, I mean he has a face that looks kind of like a good guy in Eternia. Looking cool. And thank you for joining us for this Super Dave review. It has been so much fun taking a look at this Metytoyz Orc, the white Orc, as well as Axytoys Dinosaur from the battlefield. And both of these figures, I gave them a 10 out of 10. I think they're excellent across the board. Their accessories, their aesthetic, their articulation, everything is spot on and are a lot of fun. And you could match these with just about any of your collection that has like a mythos, whether it's Motu or Conan or Mythic Legions, or even some of your more barbarian type, Viking type figures. You're going to be able to have a lot of fun with these. And thank you so much again, and be blessed. Like, subscribe, and comment if you have something to say, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Here are some photos in the photo gallery.